Today we have the deer in the headlights game, which when I found it at Goodwill for $1.99, normally at Marshall's for was sold at Marshall's, which is like Ross, for $5.99, said compared to $10. Okay, well anyway, funny story is when I found it at Goodwill, I showed my friend and my friend said, haha, very funny, because they had recently hit a deer and the deer actually hit him in the headlights, so they thought it was fun. She thought it was funny because I found a game called Deer in the Headlights. It says, be the first to discard all your cards and win the round, but watch out, a deer in the headlights roll will start your progress. Will stall your progress. Roll a car or running deer and dump cards on your opponents. Easy learn and play for the entire family. Contents are 2 decks of custom cards, 3 wood dice, that's cool, score pad, instruction sheets by University Games. See our entire list of games and puzzles at arugame.com, which I'll leave a link in the description for arugame.com. So, without further ado, let's open this Front Porch Classic game. Front Porch Classics. Front Porch Classics. Well, it has a nice box, so that's always good to have a nice box. Nice box to hold the container is always good. I don't like them cheap, crummy boxes. It's still cardboard, but this is a better quality cardboard than other cardboards. And here's the score pad sheet, what it looks like. Comes with a bunch of those. Here's the instructions of how to play the game, which we'll look over and doesn't look like there's much instructions. I'll look over it, I'll read it, and I'll show you all how to play the game. But first we'll look over the components of the game. Like I said, like they said, there's 3 dice. We have the blue die, a red die, and a wooden dice that have deers, Q's, J's, and cars, which all must mean different things. Now the red dice has number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 on it, and a deer in the headlights. And the blue dice has 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and a deer in the headlights. The wood dice has a J, K, Q, car, running deer, and a deer in the headlights. These dice must mean something. Okay, according to the rules, I'm supposed to deal all the cards. Now, I don't know if that means both decks of cards, or if they just gave you 2 decks of cards so that you could run out of one and then use the other. So let's check out the decks of cards. As you can see, the decks of cards are just standard playing cards with ace, king, queen, jack, the 4 suits, which are diamonds, spades, hearts, and clubs. So you can just use these cards to play any other card game because they're just standard decks of cards with a joker, which I suppose the jokers are wild. Alright, it says object of the game is to be the first player to discard all of his or her cards in each round. When does the game end? When the first player reaches 150 points. Who is the winner? Player with the lowest score when the game ends. Setup. Shuffle the cards and deal all of the cards to the players face down. Place the dice in the center of the group with easy access to all players. Fill out the score pad with each player's name. Playing the game. After dealing the cards, the dealer starts by rolling all 3 dice. So after you shuffle the cards, you roll all 3 dice. And discarding the appropriate cards from his or her hand as indicated on the chart on the back of these instructions. Note that some cards are to be discarded into the center pile while others may be passed to opposing players and as indicated by the far right column on the chart on the back of these instructions. Please note these special rules when playing the game. You got deer in the headlights, running deer, and car. The winner of each round is the first player to have no cards left in his or her hand. So basically, you roll the dice, and depending on the type of combination you get, you discard cards. If your combination is 3 numbers, it says all cards that correspond to the numbers rolled, example 2, 6Q, are rolled. Rolling player may discard all of such cards from their hand. If rolling player cannot play any cards, then other non-rolling players may transfer to rolling player as such cards from their hands. Center pile. Numbers, 3 numbers. 2 numbers and a deer in the headlights. If you get that one, it says all cards from only one of the 2 numbers rolled. 2 numbers plus the running deer, like this one that I got. It says in that case, all cards from the numbers rolled plus all of any other card from hand. 1 number and 1 deer in headlights and 1 car. All cards matching the number rolled plus any cards which add up to the number rolled. Example, if the number appearing on this roll is 8, then rolling player may transfer all 8s from his or her hand and any cards adding up to 8. Rolling player may transfer these cards to any one of multiple players. A number, a deer in headlights, and a running deer. An odd or even card based on the value of the number dice rolled. An example, if the number appearing on this roll is 7, the rolling player may discard all odd cards from his hand. JQK cannot be played during this roll. Deer in headlights plus a number. Lose a turn. Deer in headlights plus a card. Assign a lose your turn to any other players and roll again. Deer in headlights plus a running deer. All of any 2 cards from their hand. Deer in headlights. Rolling player is frozen and picks up all cards in center pile. On next roll, they must roll a deer in headlights in order to re-enter the game and will play that roll according to the rules. Scoring. The winner of the round does not score any points. All other players add up their scores for the round and enter on the score pad. Jacks, queens, and kings count as 10 points for scoring. Aces always count as 1 point. At the end of each round, players add up the numbers of the remaining cards in their hand and enter that number in the upper box of the scorecard. Then a cumulative score is kept in the lower box, similar to keeping scores in bowling. Once all players have entered their score, the cards are reshuffled and the players to the left become the new dealer. The game ends when the first player reaches 150 points. The winner is the player with the lowest score when the game ends. It's a Front Porch Classic. See our entire line of games and puzzles at rugame.com. So that is the deer in the headlights game. That's all there is to it. Don't be driving cars and hitting deers in your headlights on purpose. And remember, God is good all the time. All the time God is good. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Keep on gaming. And everybody have a great day. And let's roll the dice again. Just for fun. Later, guys and gals. Bye. Till the next video.